Welcome, have a nice day. Today is Friday, 26th of January 2024. This day is celebrated as Republic Day, which is located on 26th of January, may be a very crucial to India because it commemorates the day the Indian Constitution went into force in the 1950. People all over the world, India rejoice in this ancient day with the superb ardor and pleasure, displaying their love and patriotism. The Indian Constitution went into effect on January 26, 1950, which affirmed India's life as an unbiased republic. 26 January was selected because the date is on this day in 1930 when the Indian National Congress proclaimed Purana Swaraj, the assertion of India's independence from a colonial rule. Starting the newspaper analysis with the newspaper The Hindu states that France's constitutional court rejected several measures in a controversial immigration law. The council said in a statement that it threw out all or part of 32 of the law's 86 articles, saying they were contrary to the constitution. Demonstrators protest against an immigration law outside the Constitutional Council Thursday, January 25, 2024 in Paris. France's Constitutional Council rejected several measures in the divisive and new immigration law that criticizes call inhumane in a new blow to President Emmanuel Macron and his government. France's Constitutional Council on January 25 rejected several measures in a divisive new immigration law that criticizes called inhumane in new blow to the President Emmanuel Macron and his government. The council said in a statement that it threw out all or part of the 32 of the law's 86 articles, saying they were contrary to the constitution. Mr. Macron and the lawmakers had sought the body's assessment of the law passed last year after the torturous debate. The Hindu newspaper also states that President approves gallantry awards to 80 military personnel, including 12 posthumous. These include 6 Kriti Chakas, 16 Surya Chakas, 53 Sena medals, 1 Naval Sena medal, and 4 Vayu Sena medal. Kriti Chakra medal. President Draupadi Murmu has approved gallantry awards to 80 military personnel, including 12 posthumous on the eve of the 75th Republic Day. These include 6 Kriti Chakras, including 3 posthumous, 16 Shaurya Chakras, including 2 posthumous, 53 Sena medals, including 7 posthumous, 1 Naval Sena gallantry, and 4 Vayu Sena medal gallantry. The Hindu newspaper also says that Kerala's first district skill development center opened at Papannamakode. Minister for Labour V. Sivankute on Thursday inaugurated the first district skill development center set up under the Kerala Academy for the Civil Excellence KASE, the State Skill Development Mission at Papannamakode in the district on Thursday. Sivankute says state will be transformed into one having the best skill development ecosystem in the country. When to the Indian Express newspaper states that Macron is a Republic Day chief guest. The bright arc of India-France ties. France was the first Western country India signed a strategic partnership with. 25 years on, Macron's visit comes as at a time when bilateral ties have strengthened with the defense and security, civil nuclear matters, and space as the major pillars. Prime Minister Narendra Modi shakes hands with the French President Emmanuel Macron at the Jantar Mantar in Jaipur Thursday, January 25, 2024. Macron will attend the Republic Day Parade 2024 as the chief guest. That's today. Indian Express also states that National Voters Day sent rights to Election Commission for data on logistics of simultaneous ILS assembly municipal polls. It is allowed that the Law Ministry wrote to the Election Commission on January 5 requesting it to provide relevant data in respect of the requirements of the logistics and manpower, including EVMs, VVPATs, etc., for holding such simultaneous polls. The Centre has written to the Election Commission seeking data on the logistics of holding simultaneous polls at the 3 levels: Lok Sabha, Vidhan Sabha, and municipality. The poll body's response is crucial to decide the logistics of holding simultaneous polls at all the three levels. Indian Express also states that 2 dozen injured in Harvard criminal class section 144 imposed. Markets remain closed on Thursday amid tension in area. A large police contingent deployed. All lanes and by-lanes were heavily guarded by the police, and barricades were put up at various places to restrict the movement of vehicles. It was the Hindustan Times newspaper states that Republic Day 2024 live updates Delhi under thick security blanket. Prime Minister extends wishes. Armed forces contingents were seen marching to drum beats during dress rehearsals for the 75th Republic Day parade at the Kartivya Path in national capital on Saturday. Republic Day 2024 live updates. Welcome to our live blog coverage of the historic 75th Republic Day celebrations. As the sun rises over the majestic Kartivya Path in New Delhi, the nation is gearing up for a spectacular showcase of unity, diversity and progress. President Draupadi Murmu will lead the nation in celebrating the 75th Republic Day with the French President Emmanuel Macron as the chief guest at the parade. Hindustan Times also states that violence beyond the ethnic strife as a militant speech in Manipur's troubled waters. Security forces in Manipur with the arms recovered during raids. For over 8 months, Manipur has been aflame. When the violence first began on May 3rd, the fault lines were distinctly ethnic in nature, pitting Manipur's most numerically dominant communities against each other. The Meiteis, largely clustered around the Imphal Valley, versus the tribal Kukis, who live in the hill district that surrounded the valley in all the time. The state administration has failed to quell the attacks and the arson that have left at least 200 people dead and 50,000 displaced, and yet 8 months into the clashes, Manipur's violence has grown beyond the ethnic. Increasingly, underground militant groups have regained support they had lost to learn themselves, launched attacks on security forces, and engaged in rampant extortion. Hindustan Times also states that temple existed at Gyanvapi. Hindu Society's Archaeological Survey of India survey. ASI survey. Members of Archaeological Survey of India ASI team conduct a scientific survey at the Gyanvapi Mosque complex in Varanasi on August 8. The announcement came from Vishnu Shankar Jain, the lead lawyer for 4 Hindu women petitioners seeking the regulators' worshipping rights in the mosque complex, who made the report public minutes after the 839-page document was given to the Hindu and the Muslim sides. Based on the scientific studies survey carried out, the study of the architectural remains, exposed features and artifacts, inscriptions, art and sculptures, it can be said that there existed a Hindu temple prior to the construction of existing structures, said the report. When towards the economy of the country from the business point of view, Red Sea voice exporters seek increased credit as our freight rates jump 300%, rising attacks force shippers to consider the longer route. Indian exporters have asked the central government to help facilitate more credit as freight rates have jumped nearly 300% due to the disruption in the Red Sea route, of forcing global shipping lines to take longer trade routes, which is ultimately affecting the exports to low-value items such as basmati rice. The Indian Express has earlier reported that the Finance Ministry is set to hold a high-level meeting on February 5 to ensure smooth trade payments, aimed at challenging emanating from disruption in the Red Sea region. Q3 earning results: JSW Steel, PNB, ACC report a multifold jump in the net profit. Q3 earnings India results. This comes after the banking and IT shakes shares tanked on the Indian equity markets at the backdrop of Tech Mahindra, which saw consolidated profits declined by 61% to rupees 510.4 crores. A man walks past Bull State at a building stock exchange building. Business stock exchange. From the aviation point of view, will densify network want to be at least number two in any steep year, India Express MD. In terms of the market share, we aim to double it by 2028 in both the segments, 15% in the domestic and 20% in the short haul. International says Artificial Intelligence Express's managing director Alok Singh. Air India Express CEO Alok Singh. Sorry, it's not artificial intelligence, it's Air India aviation plane. From the world point of view, false and malicious propaganda. India dismisses Pakistan claims of role in terrorist killings in Sialkot and POK. Boundary dispute with the India legacy issue does not represent whole picture of bilateral ties. China's military. White House launches gun safety initiative. First Lady Jill Biden. Ex-Ukraine rebel leader who called Putin cowardly sentenced to 4 years in prison. Death toll in southwestern China, landslide rises to 39 with the 5 people still missing. Canada probes foreign interference in the election. Panel seeks information on India. Going to the Science and Technology News Organization confirmed magnetometer on Aditya L1 deployed. The 6M magnetometer boom, previously stored for 132 days, is now successfully deployed in the Halo orbit, the announcement said. Another payload on board Aditya L1, India's mission to steady the sun, came to life earlier this month. The observer in orbit deployment time was approximately 9 seconds, well within the predicted range of 8 to 12 seconds, the space agency said. The dwarf moon falls on Republic Day. This year, how to watch? This year, the dwarf moon falls on Thursday, January 25, on the eve of the Republic Day. This year, first moon is called the dwarf moon, named after howling wolves, and it is happening on Thursday night. The full moons happen over the year, are sometimes given different names. From the artificial intelligence point of view, Bill Gates is excited about rapidly advancing robotics. Says it won't be taking all jobs. It will be taking all jobs. The billionaire philanthropist took to his blog to share his thoughts on robotics, how it can transform the way we live and work in the future. Robotics is the next frontier in technology. Bill Gates takes part in the panel at the annual meeting of the World Economic Forum in Davos, Switzerland, Wednesday on January 17, 2024. NASA Boeing plan to send astronauts on a Starliner spacecraft this April. The much delayed first crewed flight on Boeing Starliner is now being planned for mid-April. After years of delays, NASA said on Wednesday it is planning to launch 2 astronauts to the International Space Station on a Boeing Starliner spacecraft no earlier than mid-April. Boeing CST-100 Starliner crew ship is pictured docked to the International Space Station during an uncrewed flight. At last, there's a famous quotation said by Benjamin Franklin, whose birth anniversary is January 17, 1706, up to April 17, 1790. Was an American polymath, a leading writer, scientist, inventor, statesman, diplomat, printer, publisher, and a political philosopher. Among the most influential intellectuals of his time, Franklin was one of the founding fathers of the United States, a drafter and a signer of the Declaration of Independence, and the first Postmaster General. Mr. Benjamin Franklin says a famous quotation. He says that when you are good to others, you are best to yourself. Okay, thank you.